Hello and welcome to Outdoors Nat. In this video we're going to be looking at down sleeping bags versus synthetic sleeping bags. I'm going to start with our synthetic sleeping bag here. So synthetic, it's made from oil-based fibres, so they're a plastic / oil petroleum product, and they're extruded out into thin little bits and then fluffed up, and that's what makes up a synthetic fill. Now, synthetic fill is able to retain heat in water, so this doesn't matter if it gets wet as much, this bag. It's going to keep you warmer when wet rather than the down bag. But the downsides of synthetic, it's heavier and it doesn't compress down as much. So that's our synthetic bag. Our next bag here is our down filled bag. So this is using feathers from a duck or a goose, and these bags are lighter weight. They expand and contract more with compression, so they can be packed down smaller, but they also retain more air mass when they are unpacked, and that air mass allows for greater heat to be retained in the sleeping bag. So a down sleeping bag is going to be warmer for the same weight of a synthetic sleeping bag. The downsides to a down sleeping bag are that it doesn't like getting wet. So if the feathers get wet on the inside of the sleeping bag, well then it's going to lose its thermal capabilities and they compress, and it just becomes like a sticky wet mass. And if you've washed your sleeping bag, you'll know what I mean. It really changes the bag completely, but when dried out again, they do fluff back up. So not great in really wet conditions, and our synthetic is going to be one for really wet conditions. These days we're seeing a lot more fabrics with DWR coatings on them and water resistant fabrics on the outside, and that's to try and combat that down getting wet problem that we have there. So you can see the difference between them. The down one really does compress down a lot more. It's also lighter and warmer than our synthetic. Alright, so putting our sleeping bags on the scales, 1,080 grams for the down sleeping bag, and for our synthetic sleeping bag, and you can see the size difference, we have 1,300 grams. In summary, we have synthetic, not as warm, not as light, but can get wet, and over here we have down, warmer, lighter, but can't get wet. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and check out my other videos for more info on outdoor activities.